Okay, let's go.
So, let's talk about something that's literally changing the world as we speak: artificial intelligence. We're going to break down why one expert is convinced it's the most important skill you can learn right now and how it's about to change pretty much everything. All right, let's just start with this bombshell of a claim. 10 lakh rupees, that's over 12,000 US dollars, a month from YouTube. And the secret sauce? AI. This isn't some far-off dream. This is a real-world result that shows this tech isn't a toy. It's a legit tool for creating things and, well, making serious money. So how powerful are we talking? Well, to prove his point, our source did something pretty mind-blowing. He just typed a simple request into an AI: create a video of the god Shiva visiting my house. And bam, in seconds, it was done. He did it again with Vishnu. Think about that. This isn't just a cool special effect. It's showing us that the most complex, imaginative ideas in our heads can now become real, instantly. And that really brings us to our first big idea. AI is a complete game changer. It's not just a slightly better version of what we already have. It's a totally new way of finding and using information, and frankly, it's making the old ways look ancient. To really get this, our speaker uses this brilliant, simple analogy about coconut chutney. If you ask Google how to make it, it's like going to a library. It'll throw a ton of links at you: where to buy coconuts, all the different kinds, how to crack them open. You have to do all the work of sorting through it. But AI just gives you the recipe. And that, right there, is the key difference. AI gets your intent. It assumes, hey, you've probably got the coconut. You just want to make the chutney right now. So it cuts through all the noise and gives you the direct instructions. Break it, mix it, eat it. The amount of time and mental energy that saves is just huge. Okay, so AI is fast, it's smart. But how does that turn into actual money? This is where it gets really interesting and brings us right back to that 10 lakh rupee claim. Instead of just guessing what videos might do well, our speaker just asked the AI. He prompted it for YouTube topics that could bring in high revenue. And the AI didn't just spit out popular trends. It gave him a strategic business plan. It told him to focus on AI business and AI money. And it didn't just give him a topic, it gave him a number. It predicted an RPM, that's revenue per mil, of $45 for this niche. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, that means for every 1,000 views, advertisers would pay around 45 bucks. In India, that's about 5,000 rupees. On YouTube, that number is insanely high. And this is where that number gets really crazy. At 100,000 views, a single video on this topic could pull in 5 lakh rupees. If it goes viral and hits 1 million views, we're talking 50 lakh rupees. The AI didn't just suggest a topic, it basically pointed to a gold mine just waiting to be tapped. So with that kind of potential on the table, the speaker's message gets a lot more urgent, almost alarming. He argues that if you ignore this shift, you're not just missing an opportunity, you are making a catastrophic career mistake. He puts it into historical context. His grandfather's generation, they used a plow. His father's generation had tractors. Our generation has seen drones and robotics pop up. Each one of those was a massive leap forward. But he argues that this AI revolution is happening way faster and will be way more disruptive than all of them combined. And this leads to his most shocking statement. He says that if you refuse to learn AI, your degree, it doesn't matter how fancy it is going to be worthless. It's a bold claim for sure, but the point is clear. AI is becoming a foundational skill, and without it, even the most educated people out there risk being left in the dust. Now, you might be wondering, what could make someone so sure about all this? Well, for our speaker, it wasn't some business book or a tech conference. It was a chance encounter with a kid over a decade ago. So picture this. It's 2010. He's finishing up his master's degree in computer applications. He's supposed to be the tech expert, right? And he meets a 6th grader. And this wasn't just any kid. This child was already working with major tech companies. So the coding languages our speaker was learning in grad school, this kid had already mastered them. This 6th grader was writing code for companies like Amazon and getting paid in free gadgets, TVs, washing machines, you name it. He was a working professional while he was still in elementary school. And in that one moment, our speaker had this terrifying realization. The skills he was spending years and a ton of money to learn were already the starting point for the next generation. He felt obsolete before his career had even started. And that single conversation made him completely ditch software and pivot to the hospitality industry. Wild, right? Now, that story highlights the threat, but the speaker's message really isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. He argues that this same technology can be an incredible assistant in your everyday life, solving real problems in ways we just couldn't before. I mean, take this real-life example. His family's flight to Cambodia got canceled. The next option on another airline was a staggering 45,000 rupees per ticket. That's 135,000 total. Instead of just paying, he asked an AI to find a better solution. The AI found tickets for just 2 days later on the exact same airline for only 16,000 rupees each, a total of 48,000. That's a saving of 87,000 rupees just by asking the right question. So we've seen AI as a creative partner, a business strategist, and a personal assistant. The message here is pretty simple and direct. Adapting is not optional. This is one of those tech shifts you just can't afford to sit out. And getting started is actually way easier than you think. The advice is simple. First, practice every single day. Just treat it like scrolling through Instagram or Facebook. Second, use the free tools that are everywhere now. The cost to get started is literally zero. And third, use your existing education. Your knowledge, whatever you studied, is what's going to teach you how to ask smart questions and write effective prompts. Ultimately, it just boils down to this. This isn't about AI replacing humans. It's about humans who use AI replacing humans who don't. The technology is a tool. It's an amplifier. The only choice is whether you're going to be the one to pick it up and build something with it, or just stand by and watch others build the future without you. Which brings us to the final thought. For generations, we've adapted to new tools. From the plow to the PC, AI is the tool of our generation. The only question left is the one right there on your screen.